What we're gonna do right here is go back. What we're gonna do right here is go back. Go back, go back, go back, go back, go back.
Hey guys, welcome back to Pictorial Reviews. I'm TJ Duckett, and what we've got is MakeToys, their Manga Mech series, Trash Talking Cogwheel, along with the MFB, or My First Blaster, from the IDW Comics. So as you can see, they come in the cardboard outer packaging, kind of like Bandai Tamashii products. I already took Trash Talking Cogwheel, or Swerving Gears, out of the box, or out of the outer plastic. So we'll take a look at this box. Standard MakeToys style packaging. A lot like the Green Giant packaging, actually, with the graph lines and stuff like that throughout. Okay. Cogwheel. Got both their alt modes, pictures together. I like that they're being sold as a set too. Alright. Trash Talk. Top. Bottom. There's the box. Alright, here's my first blaster box. Assembly instructions are actually on the back. So nothing too crazy. But I did go ahead and at least open it already. It actually comes with sprues. I guess I'll do the other side now. And it comes with another separator piece that has some more colored parts. Okay. And what's cool is it already comes with the tampo on there, as well as the coloring for these areas and stuff like that. You might want to panel line them, but nothing that you have to paint necessarily. Okay. There's that. There's that. Let's go ahead and unbox these guys. Standard round sticker from the MakeToys and Fans Project packaging. And here they go. They come in alt mode. You can see the alternate faces for Trash Talk and Cogwheel here. Alright. Looks like a tray with drinks and each of their respective blasters, as well as the instructions here. So, get that for you. And there you go. Right, taking a look at robot mode here. Height, right around 4 inches. Just so we can knock out some comparisons. Zoom out. Just put some random classic style toys in here. Here's Protector. One of his spoiler pieces actually got broken, so I'm buying another sidearm. But you know, right in line with that Legend size. This out of the way, zoom back in. Alright, so looking at what comes with each character. He's got the My First Blaster. And this is Trash Talk. He's got the drink tray. He's got the Schumer. As well as his alternate face, which I don't think was actually shown in the comic, but he had an accident with the Schumer where he shot himself in the face. So I'm going to guess that skull face is just the aftermath of that. Cogwheel, or Gears. He just has his gun. More of a Gatling type gun. And his G1 styled face. So, really awesome. They are the same mold for the most part. So I'm just going to look at the posability of one of them. Okay. So we'll go head to toe. He does have a ball jointed head that lets him look up, down, sideways, like all that good stuff. Or both of them, actually. Now the shoulders, they go in and out, like the shoulder itself. But then that piece that attaches to the body, that's on the ball joint. So full rotation of the shoulder, as well as in and out. Okay, bicep swivel. Ratcheting elbows, which is nice. Now on mine, the ball joints on both keep popping out. For the wrist there. Alright, but full swivel of the wrist. And some in and out movement, because it is on the ball joint there. Alright, waist rotation. He does have some ab crunch. Thighs on ball joints. Full rotation of the thighs. And out sideways. Thigh swivel. Ratchet and knee bend. Okay, good amount of knee bend there. Okay, and these are his ankles, a little bit more towards the front, but he does have ankle tilt. And the heel support, you can see it goes all the way from the toe to that back tire there. So they've definitely got support in that area. Just in terms of cool pose. Actually, get the zoomer in there. Schumer. Okay. Actually focus on him. You can see they're plenty posable. Alright. Now that's the Schumer. But looking at the rest of his accessories, he does come with the drink tray. Now the drink tray has 4 pegs on the bottom, so you can hold it either one hand or both handed. Just choose any of the pegs, go from there. Alright, because of course IDW Swerve is a bartender. Alright, now the drinks themselves actually come out. See if I can zoom in some. Back that up. Okay. So the big like gallon jug, that's on 2 pegs. It comes out, as well as the other 2 miniature drinks. I'm just going to take one out. Okay. So now, with the drinks, whether it's Trash Talk or whether it's another bot, just fit them in the peg holes there. They're slightly smaller than the 5mm peg, so it's not a perfect fit, unfortunately. They are specifically made for these 2. So you'd have to do some nail polishing or something, but the other characters can hold it. But like with the gallon jug here, it's so heavy that you kind of have to get it to that right spot for it to stay forward. Not swing to the side there. Okay. Alright, so we'll actually move him over there. Smart Robin from Fans Project. Their homage to Brainwave. The rest of that out. Okay. We'll take a look at Cogwheel. Back this camera up some. There we go. Cogwheel, just so you can see his face and things like that. I'll show you the backs of these guys too. See how those look. And they are really neat engineered. I mean, no fake wheels or anything like that. But taking a look at him with his gun. Like I said, that and the face are the only 2 accessories he comes with. We talked about that ball joint popping out. Okay. So I set the heads on these guys are on ball joints, so they have up-down movement, they have full rotation of the head, but since they're inside of these, outer pieces on the body themselves, it's hard to get your finger in there and move them. So what you do, I'm going to take this out, on both of these, the whole chest piece and the shoulders come out. So, just pops out like so. First time was a little bit hard on each one, but they wiggle out. And that's how I reposition the head and just put it in. I'm going to leave both of these out though, because that's also how you put on the alternate heads. Okay. Focus on those. Alright. Now on the back of each head, you'll see where the screws are. The screws are really tiny. I would recommend going and buying like a glasses screwdriver, a flat head, so you don't strip the screws or anything like that. I just happen to have a small one. What I do, instead of unscrewing them all the way, I just unscrew them slightly. Because the fronts of the faces and the backs of the heads are separate, so they do pull apart. So I just do it so I don't lose the screw. So you get that loose and then the head can just come off. I'm just using the screwdriver to kind of wedge those two halves apart, then just pulling the head off. Okay. And then we'll just do the same thing to apply the other heads. And I don't screw them all the way in or anything like that. Just pop on at the ball joint. There you go. Because like I said, I don't want to strip the screws or anything like that. Cogwheel. Just pop that right on the ball joint. Tighten that a little bit. Then for each of them, you just pop them right back into place. I like that they have ratchet joints, but when it comes to the knees, it makes them hard to position on the fly. Okay. Alright, now with, unless you want to do like a Walking Dead thing or something like that, I'm actually going to take some light off of them so you can see the detail. So you can see how they look. Now, the episode where it happened, or the issue, was, I believe it was IDW's More Than Meets the Eye, number 12. He had that accident. He ran out of ammunition on his gun. Whirl passed it to him. It knocked him over. He was fiddling with it just like this, and boom, blew his face off. Okay. It was really cool of them to include that. With gears, it's just G1 gears. And honestly, with this head, I actually like it better than the regular head that it comes with. I'm going to keep this guy on, but here you go. Alright. Before I go on to the next segment, I do want to take a look at the My First Blaster. So, just to show you how quick it is to disassemble the head and put the other head on. 1, 2, loosen, boom, pop the other head on. Oops. And this is because I can't see the screws in the dark here. Screw, screw, slide back on. Okay. So it's not bad. Okay. Full on get out of my bar mode. I wish he came with a more stoic or mean face. Because he smiles for the most part, but that particular scene where he used this, he had more of a straight face on. But if you look at the details, it looks just like it. Okay, and the assembly, it took literally a minute or two. Just peg all these pieces together. You can see it has the My First Blaster logo. It's already tampered on there, so you don't have to worry about stickers or anything like that. Just pop it together and there you go. And it's really cool. The only part that kind of sucks is if you have the Legend Swerve, the peg handle, just like the drinks, it is slightly smaller, so it's not going to fit that 5mm peg size for the regular Hasbro bots. But you can kind of absolve that by just taking a couple of, just a piece of tape, wrapping it around the handle a couple of times, something like that, you know? But yeah, there you go. That is the robot modes for these two guys. Let's go ahead and check out the alt modes. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and do the transformation and the alt modes in one section because the transformation's so easy. Looks like I popped the ball joint off there. But I'll go ahead and I'm going to do Trash Talk a little bit slower, then Cogwheel pretty quick. They're simple, like I said. So, okay, first starting off, they're pegs right here on each arm, and you're going to see two tabs too. You want to grab those tabs and just rotate it at the peg, like I said. Okay, see how that's loose now? You just unsnap it, okay? So you want to rotate those in, and on the side of the arm, if you look here, there's a slider. So on each arm you want to pop them so they lock. Alright, keep those arms in, and there are two tabs on each side. You just peg them in place. Okay. There we go. We got it pegged in on each side there. I'll make sure that that one's pegged in. Oh, I get it. This wasn't all the way up, so it has to be pretty. It's pretty specific. Okay. Now that you've got those pegged in on the sides there, make sure the camera's actually in focus so you guys can see what's going on. Back it up a little bit. Alright, and now it's just the legs. You just take the feet, flip them forward. The wheels, oh, they're already rotated out because I transformed it once before this. They start rotated in, and you'll see on Cogwheel. You rotate them out. The two halves tab together. You bring them over, you just bend them at the knee. I'm only having a little bit of problem there because of the knee ratchet. It's a tight ratchet. Alright. Oh, forgot about a part. This right here, you just take these and untab them. Sorry about that. So, okay. Alright, and they tab at the top, right there. So there you go. We're going to do the same thing with Cogwheel. Hopefully that'll go a bit smoother. Untabbing. Untabbing. We've got those rotated in. Taking both of them. Snapping them up. We're tapping them on the side. Okay, this time we're going to remember these two pieces right here. 1, 2. Feet up. Rotate the wheels out. Okay, so there's that. Now, there you have the alt modes, okay? And you can see I'm going to take some of the light off because it's really blaring on Trash Talk especially. Maybe I'll try turning one off. There we go. Okay. So, with Trash Talk, they each have 2 pegs right there. So with him, you could actually take the drinks if you want to. Just peg them in. Now we can cart those around. Or, if you want to do the My First Blaster instead, tab that on top. And their weapons each have a tab on the side that goes into a tab right here. Okay. See if this one actually has a tab as well. Got it rotated, and then boom, tabs in as well. Okay. And there we go. Just look at them from the sides. You can see that the alt mode, I don't believe we saw Gears' alt mode in the actual IDW comic, but Swerves or Trash Talks is like dead on perfect. Okay. One thing that is a little bit cool, I'm going to turn the light back on here for a second, is that on both of them, the canopy on his opens up for that there, and the head on his as well opens up for some extra headlights. So a little bit of cool added detail right there. Okay, and they are molded a bit differently because even on top of here you can see he doesn't have the holes and stuff like that, but he does have 2 tabs instead. So if you wanted to maybe tab his weapon in on top, that's cool. But there you go. Rotate him one more time. Both the transformation and the alt mode. Okay, and just really quick, in case you wanted to untransform them, because I know they come in vehicle mode. Alright, so we'll start with the feet. Just separate. Bend those out at the knees. These 2 wheels, rotate them in. And just take the feet back. Okay. This piece right here, they peg into each other. So as you rotate them, you can see the hole. And they just tab in. Yep. So there's that. Okay. Just unpeg those 2 side pieces. We're bringing those arms back down. Okay. Now this is kind of tricky because there's a tab right there that holds this part in place. What I do to peg that in, I grab it right at the fist and just push straight down. So, because you don't have the leverage to push it in like it needs to, so just straight in. Okay. Make sure that the arms are pulled all the way down. And there you go. Back into robot mode. Alright, final thoughts on these guys. Definitely worth the money. I mean, at Action Robo they were $57.99 for, I believe, both of these guys and the My First Blaster. The My First Blaster is sold separately for $10. So these prices don't include shipping. So I believe people said it was like $75 for all 3 registered airmail with shipping. So if you think about it, $10 for Blaster, it makes these $20 a piece. So yeah, definitely a good buy, you know, especially with the Legends Swerve skyrocketing in price, since there are rumors of it being canceled and stuff like that. And I mean, honestly, aesthetically, I think that Trash Talk is a lot more accurate than the Legends class Swerve. And look at it, I mean, you've got Deluxe and Voyager class posability in these guys, you know? Head to toe, even though these guys are smaller in stature, they stack up to any of these other toys, you know? In terms of playability. So, in terms of aesthetic, easy transformation, alt mode, posability, durability, even accessories. I mean, the extra faces, the drink tray, along with like the Energon drinks and stuff like that that they can actually hold. It's awesome. It's just a really fun set, and I didn't even include the My First Blaster in the accessories too. But yeah, overall, awesome buy. Definitely recommend. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Subscribe, add me on Twitter, and let me know what you think of these guys too. I'm doing a picture review on kumastyle.com as usual, so if there are any pictures or anything like that you guys want to see, definitely either email me, comment on this, request. Just let me know. Let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know what you guys think. Talk to you guys later. See you next review.